here. So just thought I'd talk about something that not many people have the pleasure or displeasure of experiencing, but that is the long distance racing. Now I'm just going to deal with the ground version of it because I was never rich enough or, you know, talented enough to be up in the area where you actually could fly to events. But let's talk a little bit about going off to an event a fair distance away. Now when I'm talking long distance, I'm talking someplace where you're driving at least 10, 20 hours. And like the first thing you have to do is you have to pack your vehicle, and when you pack your vehicle you have to pack everything, and I mean everything. Any part that you think you might use, you pack it. You pack parts that you think you'd never use in your lifetime, you pack. You bring spares of everything, because no matter what, you will forget something, and there's probably some of the track who's going to forget something and need to borrow it off of you. You know, when I went to Shoei twice, I brought every 250 part I own. Like I brought extra, I had cardboard boxes jammed and squirreled away in the corners of the truck, just of spare parts, and actually some of the parts were used parts. I actually brought back I brought used pistons and cranks, because you know what? A used crank or a used piston is better than no crank. So we brought it all. And then it's all the other things you need to remember to bring is like changes of clothes. You know, there was a lot of guys I raced with who wore the same pair of clothes the whole weekend because they forgot to pack their clothes. Watch this. Yeah. So the you know, a change of clothes, a toothbrush, oh my god, you know, it's just like going on vacation. It just happens to be a shorter vacation. So the you know, once you got your truck all packed, you know, you got to remember to fuel it up. You got to remember to bring you know, race gas, because you're not going to be able to buy it unless you're driving right by the place where they actually you normally buy it on the way there. Now, if you're traveling by yourself, you got to really take care for making certain you don't push yourself past the limits, because there's a few guys that had crashes on the way to the track. But generally when I went, I always went with a group of people. Like one time there was 5 of us jammed in my truck, another time there was 3 of us in a van. Like it was nice, the fact having so many people, but the problem when you get that many people is that they start thinking they can drive it straight through. And the interesting part is when you know, you have 5 people, the next driver takes over, and the only problem is they haven't rested at all, so you're now dealing with someone who's like falling asleep at the wheel, which, you know, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to one of my competitors. And after that, he ended up driving the rest of the way because he wouldn't let anybody else drive, because he had 2 of them fall asleep on him on the way out to Nova Scotia. Now you also gotta, you know, you gotta remember to eat, you gotta drink, all that sort of crap. And when you actually get to the track, now when you're, you know, some places they have hotels, so you can actually get a stay in a hotel. Some guys, they just prefer to camp, so you have to remember to bring everything for camping, which means more stuff in the trailer or the truck or van. You know, it's I actually, because of my job, I was pretty organized, so when it came to the long distance thing, I actually made a physical checklist. You know, did you pack this? Like even when I went to the track, I had a physical checklist of all the parts, all the tools, all the chemicals I'm supposed to bring, just to make sure I never forgot it. And whenever I was at a track and somebody was looking for something or somebody forgot something, I made a note of it, and in some cases I ended up adding it to my list because it's something I didn't have. You know, it's like anything else. The more you do something, the better you get at it. Well, most people. There's a few people I race with that were just constant train wrecks. But the other thing too about the long distance thing is if you're traveling far enough, you might be traveling in a different time zone, which I did that a couple times, and that messes you up. It messes up your body clock. And you know, you have to get your sleep. You know, some guys, when they come to these long distance races, to them it's like going on vacation, so they sit around drinking all night, and the next day they are just dead hungover. And it's the same as everything, as far as like you know, the you know, getting your pit area, getting it set up, and all that sort of. It's no different than the race. The main difference is that you've just driven, you know, actually in Shoie it was like 21 hours or whatever to get there. And you know, a couple other tracks, you know, it was like 15 hours, 12 hours, all that sort of thing. You know, so it's like trying to get things done, get things organized, because like the last thing you want to do is spend a whole bunch of time running around like a chicken with his head cut off while you're supposed to be going on a track for practice, or found out you forgot your boots or your helmet, or in one guy's case, the CDI for his bike, and he was a spectator that weekend. So anyways, that's just some of the things you got to consider if you were ever into the long distance thing. Like the new teams and the guys nowadays, they have it easy. They actually have people that just take care of organizing all this stuff to make sure everything's all packed and whatnot. You know, and if you're doing it as a small team, you usually have one person who's organized. You would hope so. But back then, there was no internet, there was no YouTube, and there was, the only way you learned it by talking to people and screwing up and learning to never do it again. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that. It is getting hot, and I am gonna go have a cool beverage and sit in the shade. Oh, DeathsStalker signing off.